Can you finish a release-ready song in under 5 hours? I don't really know, but I'm about to try, and you're gonna come along with me. The time right now, this is a picture of my daughter, but the time right now is, let's see, 11:20 on Friday, September 5th. So that brings us to about 4:20 on the same day. Now, I'm gonna be producing an acoustic version of my song everywhere. So, a lot of different band instruments that we're gonna record in this studio. You're gonna see every decision, every shortcut, just kind of every mess up that happens along the way today. I'm not really sure what's gonna happen, but I am confident that I can get this song done. And I wanna do this so it gives you the confidence to learn what traps to avoid when you're producing a song because it's difficult when you're beginning and you're not really sure when you sit down to produce a song where you're going to go with it. Well, I'm going to help you with all that in this video. So, producing great songs isn't actually that hard. Okay, I say that maybe a little loosely, but it's really about like stacking quality blocks on top of each other. So, like when you were a kid, you used to play blocks, and let's say we're building a tower, and like consider each kind of block a group of instruments or one instrument. Every track, every block that you add into Logic has to be of high caliber or let's say high quality, good sound, so that when we stack these blocks on top of each other, we actually have a solid song or group of blocks at the end of it. And that basically mixes itself at the end. But as soon as one of these blocks is a bit loose or it's not a quality block, the whole tower it will come tumbling down. So really producing songs is just spending quality time on each block and then stacking these blocks on top of each other. So for my song today, what I'm going to do is I have piano, guitars, I'm going to record bass and drums and do vocals. So these are my blocks. I just want to spend time on each block, stack them on top of each other, and then you're going to see how this mix will just come together. Okay, so step one, here's a Logic session, empty, nothing in it, and time is ticking. So the first block is I like to call the driving force of your song. So whatever element is kind of holding down the fort of the song instrumentally or musically, let's say. So not a vocal, whether that's your drums, maybe your bass, maybe your guitar. In this case, it's my acoustic guitar. So I'm going to record the acoustic guitar now. And as you see, as I get set up to record the guitar, I'm going to spend a large portion of the time on the sound of the acoustic guitar, and then I'll record the guitar. So if I was kind of put this in a pie chart, I might spend like 75-80% of the time just finding the right positioning, whether it's stereo or mono, what mics to use to get that quality sound. And then I'll spend the whatever 15-20% of time to actually record the sound. I'm just doing that mental math in my head if I got the percentages right. I think I did. Anyways, the rest of the time just actually performing the sound. I'm a confident guitar player, so I know, and I wrote the song, so I know I'll just be able to nail the performance part of it, but I need to spend the time getting the quality sound. Again, quality blocks. Okay, let's go. So I've actually realized I'm running out of stands, so I took the stand off this microphone, so I have to hold this in one now because I have a stereo setup here of an acoustic guitar, and I spent, you see, a bunch of time trying to find the right setup here. And I have something that sounds good. And so what I've done is just actually monitored the sound in my headphones until it sounds full. I'm looking for like a full range acoustic because it's a picking style song. So now I'm ready to set the tempo of the song, which is, I think I'll try it in 110, but because I'm doing more of an acoustic song now, I might want to bring it down. With your songs, spend a bit of time on key and tempo. Key meaning that what's the best key for you to sing your song in. Tempo meaning like how fast or slow the song should be in beats per minute. Yeah, it feels a bit too fast for me. Tone is coming in nicely. That computer fan is really running hot. The fan that I'm using to record my screen, which I never thought of because it's not usually running when I'm recording stuff because I'm using my Mac Studio. But now that this little guy is running, we're going to have to just work with that noise right now. Darn, I might have to figure something out about that. Okay, let's delete those. Let's bring this down to 108. And if that feels good, I'll do a full take of the song. Some of the times I like to break up takes and like record verse or record chorus. For this song, I'm going to do like the full song and then maybe a couple takes. I might fly some really good takes or parts over to each other to make it worth it. But for this production, the purpose, like the objective for this production is to make it really organic sounding. I'll record almost most of the instruments today. A little bit rough. I'm going to have to get a better setup. Feeling pressure here. Let's try. I'm just going to feeling pressure here. I'm going to record over that and just do some takes. Okay, so I think I'm getting the takes here. I also want to add strumming. But I want the strumming to be rhythmic to the song, if that makes sense. Like I really want to strum with the vocal and the bass and the drums. So I will have to do that later, even though the mics are set up right now. Oh boy, I should have thought of that later. So that's a beginner mistake. Should have figured that out. Let's move on. I'm going to get this acoustic guitar locked in place, and then we'll move on to the next block, and then I'll have to come in and just overdub strums. Okay, so what I've done there is I went offline. Still, I've lost a bit of time. It's 12:15. I shut that computer down just so I can get a cleaner recording of the acoustic guitar, just because it is a main part. So we have something like this now. And that's just way cleaner than what it was. And the take one. You can hear all that hiss. So that is something I didn't expect to happen, and I've wasted a lot of time. So, but you know what? We'll do the best we can and see how far we get. So take 6, I'm going to do. Now I will comp those takes, and I have the full song here on take 6. Oh boy. So these are duplicates I can do. Oh no, what did I just do? Oh no. I'm going to undo a bunch for a second. Oh God, did I just delete everything? Undo history. Time is 12:16. No. Oh my goodness, guys, I just deleted all the takes. What the heck? Yeah, that was the wrong take. This video is going nowhere. No, what the All right, I'm going to have to re-record this again. Oh boy. Okay, so I re-recorded the acoustic guitars for the second time. I'm not really sure what happened there, but you saw that I had it there and then it was gone. And so if you do know, please let me know in the comments. I went into the event list and then in the undo history. I think sometimes it's just weird when you when you do undo and then delete things. That's happened to me before. I wish it didn't happen now, but such is life. So the acoustic guitars are here. And I like this 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I will keep that because it's very, I like actually keep that in the recording, maybe just comp it in. So I will comp these acoustic guitars now and really kind of start moving on to what's the next bucket. I like the quality of this now. Okay, I want to comp this, and then I want to maybe add some slight plugins to make it just come to life a little bit more as from a production perspective. So let's comp this. So I have a comp here of now this guitar, and I have the takes here if I need to come back to it. So I'll just name these like comp, and I'll hide them by I'll highlight both and going Control H, and I can open H, and if I listen back, which sometimes happen, I'll realize I had a bad note, or I might go back and go to one of these comps and take them out. So I save them in the back end, and I've added the structure here. So this is great. Once you have that driving force or foundation, now we have a roadmap of attacking how to attack it from here. Now, I've already listened through, and I know that most of the timing feels good to me. So I'm really focused on the groove of the acoustic guitar picking. If it sounds tight, I'm listening to it with the click on, so I have a benchmark. And also any flub notes, any like finger squeaking that's too much in some areas. I'm being cognizant of that, but also remembering, hey, I'm listening to the acoustic guitar just in solo right now, and there's going to be a lot of things surrounding it, so I'm not spending too much time on it. That type of thing, it might pop up afterwards if it's still really annoying when like the other instruments are in place. So right now I'm just going to start to layer up. Oh no, I want to add some plugins. I'll put these in a summing stack. So Control Command D. Oh, Shift Command D. I'm losing my my memory here. Shift Command D. Summing stack. Just hold Shift. I'll highlight these. Hold Shift. Press this so they all kind of go back to the same size, and I'll just go like acoustic bus, I guess. And then, like, as I'm hearing this, I actually want to break out the 1, 2, 3, 4s again. So I will just kind of, I'll move these down to here. You know what? I don't like when it's zoom focus track, so I'm gonna get rid of that. These are just the 1, 2, 3, 4s. I like those. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna do something with those after, and maybe it's just that's what it is. Like, just that's the intro, and just fade those out a bit. Okay. On the acoustic bus, while I'm listening, you can hear me move a bit here. I kind of like that though with this vibe, so I'm not gonna do too much. There's a bit of this stuff in it. Bit of low end rumble that I don't really need, and that's a quick fix. And I think I'll add a slight amount of compression. Actually, you know what? I don't need it right now. I do want a bit of like a room reverb, something like this. Okay. And then I'm moving on. So the next thing is software. The other studio that I work out of has a real piano, which would have been good to do it there, but I'm going to suffice for the contact piano. And I'll have to remember the keys, the chords. D minor, I think F, A, G sharp, G minor, I think. So I will go over to my controller. I don't know. I don't think I want it from the beginning, but I might play from the pre-chorus. Having my click on while I record, having 1 bar of intro, and just having to go. It sounds a little bit thin right now. Let's try the lower octave, but I have a feeling that the bass might be okay with that, but I just want to see what it's like if I go a octave lower. And it would help if I could hear that. Can't hear it. What happened? Huh? Can hear this. Cannot hear that. So let's delete that and just duplicate it over. That is so weird. It's like the instrument isn't loading. Trouble. So let's just move that over then, and then I'll try it on the same track. It's a bit too low. That might be better. All right, let's go. I kind of like that actually. Instead of this. Remember, buckets, spending time on each bucket. Okay, I'm gonna roll with the Okay, so that's the pre-chorus energy. I think now that I have the tone, I will focus on the performance coming into the chorus. And then playing like a pre-chorus velocity, chorus velocity, and a verse 2 velocity. Oh my goodness, what is happening? Now I can't hear anything. Let's load up the instrument again. Ah, this makes sense. It's running the demo. Well, that's not right. The unexpected things here. Okay. So for the purpose of learning, let's just continue with a Logic piano because I'm gonna have to, and then maybe I can install this stuff in the background, and then we'll go from there, and then you'll be able to hear the difference between this. I'm gonna have to change that MIDI later because it's just not the same quality. Really focused on my velocities here. Okay, I like that. You'll see what I mean here when I'm talking about velocities, trying to emulate some type of humanness. This is pre-chorus, this is chorus, this is verse, so it has a bit of a peak and valley there. And I'm going to leave it as MIDI right now. When I listen back to it, when I add an organ, and if any notes pop out to me velocity wise, then I will edit it and soon bounce this down to audio. So I can add the organ now and add the B. What's it called again? B3? Yeah. No, that's the Logic one. The Arturia one has a good one. B52? No, that's the band. What am I? B3, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. I think on this third chorus would be nice. Oh, that Logic piano is killing me. I'm gonna have to work with it right now. Something's wrong. Okay, so I see what happened here. The piano chords in this section need to continue. So I need to just put these MIDI chords over. In the right place. To work on that ending. This is harder than I thought. But we're gonna get pretty close. Some note poking out there. I'm not sure about that ending. Let's effects wise, there's not a lot I want to do to the piano right now. It's mostly I just want to get that other instrument in there. Organ, it's just a placeholder idea. I want to now do the bass. And that's not going to be too difficult in this song because I know kind of what I'm hearing in my head already. And I'm hearing like a kind of just a muted bass, really electric fingered, electric muted, something like this. Maybe like this. Ah, Studio Grand. Let's stereoize that. That's better. No. I like that pattern, and I'm just wondering. Don't like those flub notes here. I like that sound better. I could use the same MIDI, but I just want to try to perform it a bit better. I want to do that step for each part. I don't need the last note. In terms of quantization, it's a little bit rushed. Some notes are before the one. I have a tendency just to do that. I'll see how it feels without moving anything right now, but suspect as soon as I put a kick drum in there and any sort of snaps or something that things will change pretty quickly. You know what I totally forgot is drums. Would be helpful to have drums in there before I start singing. So I think part of the battle of it being 136 and trying to do this in such a time constraint is the mental game of me trying to like document it all. Um, so maybe I was pretty confident at the beginning of getting this done. I'm still very confident to get this finished, but there's such a mental baggage that I have to carry while documenting and filming and lighting and storage and stuff. Those are just excuses. So let's continue. The drums are going to be fairly simple. I think just something like 4 on the floor and a snap and a clap, maybe a shaker. And I will just record that stuff in here now. So I'll just bring up a drum machine designer and drag in a sample from Splice. I have lots of kick samples that I've already downloaded, so I can just search my library and go through a few of these. This one sounds good. It really doesn't need to be, I just want to let kind of a live acoustic kick, nothing too EDM or dancey. So I'm just thinking where do I want the kick to happen? It might even start from the verse. I don't know actually. So I'm going to go to the step sequencer and just put a 4 on the floor kick in there and just duplicate that for the whole song right now. Let's change some velocities here. So we'll have verse, pre, chorus, verse, pre, chorus. I think I will duplicate that and make the chorus drum a bit different in terms of the EQ. I'll make these velocities a little different. These are subtle things. This is how I'm imagining it, and of course I'm going to listen to it in a second. The structure seems different. I'm going to have to fix that. It's the intro. Okay. That lines up. I think like just some EQ to take off the top end to have it more very subtle. And then just no EQ in the chorus. So it has a dynamic shift of like this. That's better. Okay. So that's kick drum. Just that was pretty easy. Now let's do, I'll record some snap and some clap and some shaker. something, I could try something like the double clap, a little bit, not super spaced out apart like that, but just kind of groove with the kick drum. One, two, three, four. That's cool. And it all is more or less in time. Let's do the clap. And then we'll have a look at them. Or not look, we'll have a listen. 3. So I don't know if the clap is the right thing, but I want maybe a not a huge, just maybe some more beef to the snap. You might be asking yourself, could you just do like 4 of these and make a loop? Yeah, you can do that. I personally like to record. It's the fun part about music to me. Egg, when I want to like really almost completely like cover the egg so it sounds more like soft like this. And I think that's going to give a nicer effect. So what I'm doing 8th note, right? Like 8th notes. All right, 2, 3, 4. Just trying to find where I'm accenting those notes. So I'm going to do an accent on the 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, the 1 and the 3. Shaker is so up front, so it needs to be, you need to have that quality sound. I'm still looking. This sounds too bright to me. So I think I might do like a even more closed. I'm not in pocket, so something doesn't feel right. Let's try that again. That sounds cool. Now that I have that in there, I just want to now make the bucket quality. So I want to make sure that these are all timed, not quantized, but they're sounding like they're part of the same group. And I want to go back to the bass bucket, the piano bucket, and the acoustic bucket, just to make sure that those buckets are stable right now, that we've added added instruments to the production. So first, got the kick drum. Oh, the chorus kick. little long to me. So the sample has a bit of reverb and length to it. And in the sample, I'm going to shorten that a little bit. Just seems. Can you hear that difference? Sounds a bit snappier that way. Speaking of snaps. I might do a small amount of quantization right off the bat by doing a quarter note and just like 75% strength on the snap. And then I'll listen back to see how that sounds while adding just some room reverb on the snap. It's sounding a bit too dry. I'll add the same reverb to the clap as well. And I'll also quantize the clap. So to me, that sounds weird on its own, the clap there. So maybe that's just a chorus 2 thing. And let's quantize the shaker. Like it doesn't need to be quantized too much. Oh, and I loaded the contact instrument in here, which is way better. So I can go back to that bucket here. And the bass bucket. It's too low. Maybe a little bit of saturation. And going back to the timing of the bass. Slightly just nudging everything to the right. Fixing velocity. Nudging notes here and there. I'm just listening to seeing what feels out of time, really. Getting away from solo land too much. I don't love the reverb that comes, so I'm going to add my own. It's a nice dynamic shift there. So I'm going to fly those snaps over to that chorus here and second verse, but on a separate track. Just so I'll manage the volume a bit better. This piano velocity is a little light in the second verse. The storage on the camera keeps filling up even at 128 gigs, and I have to transfer it over to my computer, which takes 10 minutes. So we've lost time. Let's record some vocals. The most important part of the production. It's what I like the most, actually. So I have tons of fun recording vocals. What I like to do is I like to chop it up into verses instead of doing full takes. I might at the end, like if I'm not like times constrained like this, sometimes I will do some full takes to warm up and maybe some full takes at the end, just to maybe find a bit of magic if there's magic in that in those takes, and then maybe some ad libs that I use later on. We'll see how far we get, considering I want to try to get this done at, just after 4. So yeah, do I know the lyrics off by heart? Making sure no sound is coming out. I'm also running through the console, the UAD console, doing some slight compression and monitoring my voice through here. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's go. Just hear some background noise. I think someone just came into the studio. Or is that in the recording? Yeah, something's in this recording. Someone came into the studio right here. Oh, we'll have to do those 1, 2, 3, 4s later. So let's remove those right now. Well, I've been everywhere, man, yeah, I've traveled far and wide. I breathe the mountain air and see myself through others' eyes. I've fallen off the wagon, but I landed on my feet. Bitter silence, bitter silence. Ooh, catching feelings while I'm running down a dream. Well, let me tell you, man, it's never how it seems. I'm hearing a lot of noise actually on the recording right now. All right, another take. I think I was going to chop it up between the pre, but I'm actually just going to go verse pre takes. I'm starting to chop up here. Go down 256. Oh, that's why. Okay. I'm gonna do. I guess this is what happens when you're a few hours in, and your computer's saying we've had enough. That's fair, computer. Screen recording, audio. It's a lot. I get it. You've been having a tough day. Let's see if you can handle it. Well, I've been everywhere, man, yeah, I've traveled far and wide. I breathe the mountain air and see myself through others' eyes. I've fallen off the wagon, but I landed on my feet. Bitter silence, bitter silence. Ooh, catching feelings while I'm running down a dream. Let me tell you, man, it's never how it seems. All right. Yeah, that's where the room is here. Someone's speaking here. Anyways, and you got to get into the performance when you're recording vocals. You got to get into that headspace of the character and sing the song. And that's what I'm doing right now. I love this song. Since I'm in that verse energy with the rhythm and the pocket of the melody, I'm going to go right to verse 2. Oh, shoot. Lyrics. Come on, lyrics. I'm going to sing from the chorus and try to get it. Okay. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Felt so alone. No, it just don't compare, man, to coming home. So I'm coming home for good. I'm coming home for good. Falling off the wagon. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, Charles, as a songwriter, I forgot the lyrics. I'm so in my head right now. I just needed that first word. I just looked it up online. Okay. Good. Flying. Flying through the seasons, get that monkey off my back. The devil's on my shoulder, always looking for a laugh. I'm only getting older, tired of keeping this bag packed. Bitter silence, bitter silence. Ooh, catching feelings while I'm running down a dream. Ooh, well, let me tell you, man, it's never how it seems. 'Cause I've been everywhere. Wow. Okay, gotta work on that. Let's mute the organ right now. Okay, verse 2. Here we go. Good. 1, 2, 3. Flying through the seasons, get that monkey off my back. The devil's on my shoulder, always looking for a laugh. Now, gotta get the choruses in. Tell you, man, it's never how it seems. So remove that one and then just start this one up here. Start fresh.
Tell you, man, it's never how it seems. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Felt so alone. No, it just don't compare, man, to coming home. So I'm coming home for good. I'm coming home for good.
That was nice.
Tell you, man, it's never how it seems. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Felt so alone. No, it just don't compare, man, to coming home. So I'm coming home for good. I'm coming home for good.
All right, getting the
Hey,
vibe.
man, it's never how it seems. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Felt so alone. No, it just don't compare, man, to coming home. So I'm coming home for good. I'm coming home for good. Home. Tell you, man, it's never how it seems. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Felt so alone. No, it just don't compare, man, to coming home. So I'm coming home for good. I'm coming home for good. Oh. Flying.
All right, second chorus.
Tell you, man, it's never how it seems. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Felt so alone. No, it just don't compare, man, to coming home. So I'm coming home for good. I'm coming home for good. Oh, I'm coming home for good. I'm coming home for good.
Interesting. There's enough take information here where I can make doubles as well. So I will do that now. Comp these vocals.
I've been everywhere, man, yeah, I've traveled far and wide. I breathe the mountain air and see myself through others' eyes. I've fallen off the wagon, but I landed on my feet. Bitter silence, bitter silence. Ooh,
Bit crackly in the voice there.
ooh, ooh, ooh.
Those aren't great. It's a bit flat. I could maybe do something about that in auto-tune.
Catching feelings while I'm running down a dream.
That's nice.
Catching feelings while I'm running down a dream. Ooh.
That's nice.
Well, let me tell you, man, it's never how it seems.
It's all pretty good.
'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Felt so alone. No, it just don't. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. 'Cause I've been everywhere. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Felt so alone. Felt so alone.
Okay, 240. Comping. I'm just thinking comping this. You know what? Screw it. Let's just add the harmonies. So I will make doubles out of those and then have harmonies in the pre-chorus. And on this section, I think
'Cause I've been everywhere, man.
on these part,
Felt so alone.
something like that. Okay, harmonies. So harms.
Where, man? Ooh. Felt so alone. No, it just don't compare, man, to coming home. So I'm coming home for good.
I think that's cool.
Felt so alone.
If it's processed and ducked back just a bit tighter,
Where, man?
a bit softer.
Felt so alone. No, it just don't compare,
That's better.
man, to coming home. So I'm where, man? Felt so alone. No, it just don't compare, man, to coming home. So I'm
Something like this. Just see in context.
felt so alone. No, it just don't compare, man, to coming home. Felt so alone. Felt so alone.
That's nice. Oh, oh.
Where, man? Felt so alone. No, it just don't compare, man, to coming home. So
I think I'm doubling up a bit on some areas.
felt so alone.
That sounds weird.
Felt so alone. Felt so alone. Felt so alone.
Avenue.
Felt so alone. Felt so
Just a lower one right now, maybe.
where, man? Felt so alone. No, it just don't compare, man, to coming home. So I'm where, man? Felt so alone. No, it just don't.
Not thrilled with this right now. Not thrilled with that vocal. I think I've rushed the whole thing. I think I rushed that whole thing. Not feeling great about it. Let's see if I can do a comp and then I'll add the harmonies later. These just don't sound like they're adding value. We can add those 1, 2, 3, 4s later too. It just sounded. This sounds better. Something's not right here. So, and it's the most important part. It's the absolute part that needs to be perfect. So, I think I'm gonna have to do the vocal again.
Felt so alone.
It's just not hitting.
'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Felt so alone.
It's just flat in the areas.
'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Felt so alone. Felt so alone. No, we just don't compare, man. Felt so. No, we just don't compare, man. 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 To coming home. So I'm coming home for good. 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 'Cause I've been everywhere, man.
But I think I rushed that. I think there's some element that I can't get into the zone enough when the camera's on me, maybe? I think there's a part of that. So, huh, that's interesting. I'm gonna roll with what is there and then maybe take a fresh ears listen after. So I will just start processing this a little bit.
Well, I've been everywhere. Well, I've been everywhere, man.
So I'll do like maybe like a Vox bus. What am I going to do here?
Well, I've been everywhere, man. Yeah, I've traveled far and wide. I breathe the mountain air.
That's rushed.
I've been everywhere, man. Yeah, I've traveled far and wide.
It's not in pocket with that.
I've been everywhere. Well, I've been everywhere, man. Yeah. Well, I've been everywhere, man. Yeah, I've traveled far and wide. Well, I've been everywhere, man. Yeah, I've traveled far and wide.
See what happens when you get the vocal in there. Everything starts to show itself in a good way or a bad way.
I've been everywhere, man. Yeah, I've traveled far and wide. I breathe them out far and wide. I breathe far and wide, far and wide. Well, I've been everywhere, man. Yeah, I've traveled far and wide. Well, I've been everywhere. Well, I've been everywhere, man. Yeah, I've traveled far and wide. Well, I've been far and wide, far and wide. I breathe the mountain air and see myself through others' eyes. I've fallen off the wagon, but I landed on my feet. Bitter silence, bitter silence. Ooh, catching feelings while I'm running down a dream. Ooh, well, let me tell you, man, it's never how it seems. 'Cause ooh, well, let me tell you, man. Well, let me tell you, man, it's never how it seems. Well, let me tell you, man, it's never how it seems. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Felt so 'cause I've been everywhere, man. Flying through the seasons, oh. Flying through the seasons, get that monkey off. Flying through the seasons, get that monkey off my back. The devil's on my shoulder, always looking for a laugh. I'm only getting older, tired of keeping this bag packed. Bitter silence, bitter silence. Ooh, catching feelings while I'm running down a dream.
Okay, I need to do that vocal again. And I'm off camera. You can't see me because the movie recording has been automatically stopped. I'm reading the note from my camera because I've gone past 30 minutes. So I need to do this again. I want to just roll with this because we're almost near that time. But I just, if I'm going to release this song, I can't release a vocal like that. So I need to do this off camera and see what I can get. Okay, so I re-recorded the vocals. Took a long time. Killed lots of time. But you know, it's so worth it. The vocal is the most important part, and to me, it's my voice and it's my song that I want to release. So it's got to be good, and I'm really just happy I did that. Like, just have a listen to, and I processed it. So I'm going to show you what I've done here. Okay, so split it up the lead vox on 2 different tracks here. Did the same amount of same processing on each track, except the chorus track has a bit of space, a bit of reverb here, and a bit of delay here, which makes it just sound wider and bigger in the chorus. So bit of pitch correction, bit of EQ, nothing happening here, like barely anything. A bit of logic compression using the FET, a little bit of a plate reverb, and this is an EQ doing just a slight boost of 2 dB just to provide some air. It's super subtle stuff. Sounds like
Well,
this.
I've been everywhere, man. Yeah, I've traveled far and wide. I breathe the mountain air.
So much better than what we had.
Well, I've been everywhere, man. Yeah, I've traveled far and wide. I breathe the mountain air and see myself through others' eyes. I've fallen off the wagon, but I landed on my feet. Bitter silence, bitter silence. Ooh, catching feelings while I'm running down a dream. Ooh, let me tell you, man, it's never how it seems. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Felt so alone. No, we just don't compare, man.
Like night and day different. This is so important when you're doing your productions, the stack of vocals that you have.
Ooh, catching feelings while I'm running down a dream.
So those are just 2 doubles here, spread left and right.
Ooh, catching feelings while I'm running down a dream.
And then the harmonies, so this is what I was trying to do when I was doing it live here.
Felt so alone.
Way better.
Coming home.
So cool. And I've just put them in a stack with some EQ, bit of air with this free fresh air plugin, and some reverb, some room reverb. Now, okay, so that sounds so much better. Okay, I've already said that. I have like half an hour left max. Now, so is this releasable right now like this? Sure. Like, yeah, you could release something like this if you wanted to. It's not ready yet. You see how on when the chorus dropped, it was a nice change in dynamic because of the width and the drums come in and the stack of harmony comes in. But there's a missing movement part, and that's from the acoustic guitar that I wanted to add, the strumming, and the banjo part. That's a specific part that was in the original song, the more produced dancey version of the song. That the acoustic guitar and the whistle bit are going to add way more movement into the chorus. So I have to add the acoustic guitar, banjo, and whistle in the next half an hour. It's not possible because I don't even record the banjo. So let's do this. I'm going to record the acoustic guitar now and the whistle. Then I'm going to send this out to get the banjo recording, pop it back in here, and then it's release ready, mix it release ready. So we're going to do our best here. Okay, let's go. The heck is this? That's the old piano. Let's remove that. Whistle, there's a whistle part in here that where I'll just do quickly here because we have that mic. It goes right after the chorus. Oh boy. It goes like that. So I'm just going to record that in quickly and I'll have comp it. Whistle on input 2. Coming in on the chorus. Okay, so here we go. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Felt so. That's it. It's got to be timed better. I'm just gonna get the notes and then chop it together. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Oh, not much of a whistler. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Wow, not much of a whistler at all. Okay, here we go. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Better. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Ooh. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Better. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Okay, so there's got to be 4 notes that I can work here. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm just going to just roll with that one for now. Whistle comp, I'll hide the comp. Really time the whistle. Pretty timed. There. All right, let's see. Small amount of EQ and reverb. There's a bunch of room probably in this. I don't want it to be too harsh, this whistle. Something like this. Sounds too harsh still. What's going on? Oh, I think I know what's going on. It's playing out of the UAD playback still? No. Why is the dry signal playing? That's fine. And then, oh. This is not muted. There we go. Man, felt so man. I wonder, it's a bit out of pitch. I wonder if this will work. Man, felt so man, felt so alone, man. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Felt so alone. Not bad. Man, felt so alone. No, we just don't compare, man. Man, 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 man. To coming home. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Felt so alone. No, we just don't compare, man. To coming home. Oh.
coming home for good. Yeah, man, felt so alone. 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 No, we just don't compare, man, to coming home.
Okay, whistle. Cool. I'm not much of a whistler, so I think that sounds good. Let's leave it like that for now. Then let's get the acoustic guitar strums in. Don't need to do stereo. I can just do mono 2 times. All right, just got to figure out what I'm doing here, playing. This chords wise. Okay. When it comes to strumming and stuff, like I'm not too worried about like this kind of part. I'm not too worried about like the sound too much because it's going to be just I really want just the percussiveness of the guitar. We're just going to be really what am I trying to say? Like it's going to be there as movement versus like a stand-up performance part. So you really just need that stuff. Coming in a little hot. All right, this should be good. So I'll do a few takes of this. Great. Whistle. And just thinking about that, the electric guitar, I'm hearing a part there just on bow, 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 bow. Just something probably in the last chorus to bring out the space a bit more. Oh yeah, right after the vocal too, I changed the organ. I changed the preset on the organ and just did it octave up using the same chords. So that sounds better. But I think something else could be different too. The electric guitar. All right, let's try it. Let's try it. We're running out of time. Uh-oh. That did not sound good. All right, let's tune up quickly here. This could be terrible or it could be really cool. It's been 5 hours. It's let's get a time check. So here it is. 4:20. It's been pretty much 5 hours to the minute almost. Now, all right, let's release the song. So, is this song going to be on Spotify? Yes, it absolutely is. I'm going to release this song on Spotify, but I didn't get to the goal as much as I would have liked to push it further in 5 hours. But it's pretty cool to see this from where it was this morning, where it was nothing, and now it's like a full production that sounds good to me. One thing, gonna get banjo on it, so I'll get that back in a couple days probably. I'll ask my friend Adam to record that, and then get it mixed. So get the song mixed by a friend of mine who I rely on to mix my stuff. I love sending it to him to get that objective opinion, even though, yeah, we could technically mix this ourselves and it sounds pretty balanced and cool the way it is right now. But I always like having his objective opinion to add another 10%. And I'm always happy with those results too. So that should take about 2 days to get the banjo and then maybe another day or two to get it mixed. So I'll be back with those elements in and it mixed and then on Spotify. Actually, maybe not on Spotify yet, because then obviously it takes long to release a song. Okay, cut to 2 days from now. It is Tuesday, September 9th in the afternoon. Got the banjo and Adam added some harmonica which sounds great. Just to show you it's the value of like co-producing a song. He heard it from a different perspective and was like, "Can you mind if I add a harmonica? I think it would sound cool." It's like definitely sounds great, and that happens in the second verse here. Got some banjo strums in this part, some banjo picking, which is the part that I was referring to that's going to add so much, and this banjo lead part here. I've done just some small panning and volume, but I haven't added any plugins on the banjo or harmonica. That's because Adam did a little bit of reverb and compression on the lead, I believe, and I just don't feel like it needs anything else. In the mix, sounds so much better with these banjo parts just coming into the chorus here.
'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Felt so alone.
The post-chorus here, this way better.
So I'm coming home for good. I'm coming home for good.
So after I did that, I just bounced out to my mixing engineer, and he's so fast. He's giving me a final mix right here, which we're going to listen to, and then compare it against a quick. If I was going to do this myself, what I would do is now start doing some compression and adding some effects to the stereo out to give this some glue. And one easy way to do that is using Ozone, or you can maybe just try your own compression and doing some your own EQ. Ozone makes it really, really easy. I'm going to show you just kind of how that would be. But when I sent this out for a mix, I just bounced every track out or group of track wet, except the vocals, I would bounce them out dry, and then I can get a final mix. So you can see the subtle difference that will be with this mix and my own production mix. But you'll notice that this one's likely a bit more smooth and more glued than my mix, just because they're coming at it from a different perspective and a different skill set. I'm not going to play. Well, first, let's just do Ozone. So let's do the Ozone magic on here. You can press this little button and it's going to run its own thing. I'm going to just play the chorus section here.
'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Felt so alone. No, we just don't, man. To coming home. So I'm coming home for good.
So noticeably right away, it's already much more bright. I don't necessarily like it, but it's done some EQ, some master rebalance, some imaging, some stabilization, some other things, gain, really making it loud enough. The brightness caught me off guard a little bit, and maybe that's because I'm used to the production mix of having it not so bright. So what I would do is not make any decisions right now on that. I'm just going to lower that because I don't like it right now, but I would give this a few days and have a fresh ears listen to it on different devices like phone and whatever, speakers and headphones, to see that, like, that to really see how this mix translates in terms of the brightness and overall quality of the mix. Right now, I just want to bounce this out just with that Ozone, so you get a flavor of like the production mix. The production mix, yeah. So this is like 5-hour song, kind of. Basically 5 hours with some, with a bit of mulligan. Okay, let's drag that in here. 5-hour song. You can see that the waveforms are pretty similar. Actually, it looks like that production mix is louder, and that's not always a good thing, but it sounds cool. Okay, so let's have a listen now. I'm not going to play the whole thing. Maybe a bit of the pre and then a bit of the chorus, you can check out the whole song. It's on Spotify now. The record label, there is a record label in Europe that is interested in releasing this song. So hopefully it will have been released on that label. They had released the production version of this song. So just want to show you the comparison and the subtle difference between the final mix and then my, this is like my production mix. Okay, so let's do production mix first.
Silence.
So coming to the pre-chorus. Oh, turning off ozone because it's already has ozone baked into that file.
Ooh, catching feelings while I'm running down a dream. Ooh, let me tell you, man, it's never how it seems. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Felt so alone. No, we just don't compare, man. To coming home. So I'm coming home for good. I'm coming home for good.
Final mix.
Catching feelings while I'm running down a dream. Ooh, let me tell you, man, it's never how it seems. 'Cause I've been everywhere, man. Felt so alone. No, we just don't compare, man. To coming home. So I'm coming home for good. I'm coming home for good.
Subtle, right? But this one is better in my opinion, and it's probably because I'm just not the one doing it. So I just think it might seem better, but I do think it sounds a bit more glued and a bit tighter, a bit cleaner. So go check it out. It's online now. If you want to produce songs like this, if you want to show up to your sessions with confidence, having the skill set to just get your ideas out in Logic and release these songs online to the world, sharing it with your friends, check out the link in the description. I can be your mentor and teacher to help you, not just through videos and through a course, but I'll actually, give you my phone number. We'll talk. I'll dive into your Logic sessions, and I'm your coach. I'm going to help you get your music and level up your music to a level that you're excited about, fulfilled about, and really happy about, that you can get this music out in the world. And how do I do this? I don't open this up to everyone. It's about 10 people at a time, and only every few months I run cohorts. So please check out that link in the description. Time just might line up where there's a next cohort happening soon. If not, feel free to apply and I'll reach out to you. So I hope to see you there.